The world was a silent, buffering video on a frost-glitched morning when Scrappy, whose fur was the precise blue of a forget-me-not dipped in glacier milk, felt a profound creative itch. His digital free mind, a repository of witnessed human rituals, buzzed with concepts, the manic hype of unboxing videos, the serene zen of meditation streams, the deep depression of gray skies, and the connective networking of flocks of birds. Today, he would combat winter's lethargy with a project of pure joy. He announced his plan to the empty, glittering park. Forget the algorithm. We're building the ultimate Winter Wonderland Den. A sanctuary not of pixels, but of pine. The den dream begins. Inspiration and scouting with urgency. The urgency was real. The sky, a dull slate, threatened a heavier payload of snow within hours. This wasn't just a build. It was a race against the impending whiteout. Scuttling from his dray, Scrappy's brainstorming was a rapid-fire mood board. A vaulted ice crystal ceiling, a reading nook lined with thistledown, a secret entrance. He rejected generic igloos too mainstream. His scouting mission was a tactical reconnaissance. The backyard of the sleeping old house offered riches, a skeleton of a fallen willow, perfect for a curved frame. The local park, usually a stage for people hypnotized by cell phone screens, was his hardware store. He dodged a jogger lost in a podcast about AI and found his first treasure. A cluster of oak branches, arthritic and strong. Scrappy Sourcing, nature's trending hardware store. His haul video would have broken the internet. He curated his finds like a gallery. The willow ribs, a bundle of straight hazel sticks, natural reinforcement rods, a tumbleweed of dried clematis vines, nature's rope, a fugitive square of frayed burlap, and a cascade of pine cones of every size. This was sustainable outdoor living meets nature's trending aesthetic. He practiced ethical foraging, taking only what was abundant and fallen. Then the aha moment struck like a perfect chord in a music track. Tucked behind a trio of evergreens was a natural cathedral. A spruce's low sweeping boughs formed a ready-made roof, and a rocky outcrop made a solid back wall. The foundation was a gift. The transformation had its stage. The build. Ingenuity unleashed in a tiny war. The construction was a war against physics, and Scrappy was a four-legged general. He demonstrated core techniques, the triple weave for wall stability, the snowpack hammer for setting supports, and the diagonal brace for wind resistance. A major wall section collapsed under the weight of a test snowball crisis. But Scrappy, embodying scrappy ingenuity, used the clematis vines to create a tensile net, lashing the branches into a flexible, hyflex shelter design that could move with the wind. The roof, his grand architectural dome, was tricky. He enlisted Beatrice, a bookish badger with engineering prowess. Together, they devised a lattice so sturdy, you could dance on it. They waterproofed it with the burlap and a patina of harvested lichen. This was co-creation, the purest form of love for the craft. Cozying up, interior design and unplugged magic. This was where the den transcended shelter and became magic. The interior design was a rebellion against the cold. A deep carpet of moss and pine needles provided springy, fragrant flooring. The red mitten became a throne cushion. He crafted a shelf from a split log for his acorn-capped teacups. But the pièce de résistance was his lighting solution. Using the reflective foil from a discarded cell phone charger box, a single solar-powered path light he'd unscrewed from a garden border, and a string of milkweed pods, he created a cascading chandelier that scattered prismatic stars across the icy walls. As the late afternoon gloom deepened, He stepped inside his finished creation. The outside world, the hype, the noise, the digital depression melted away. Here was warmth, quiet, and profound zen. It was the unique outcome he'd dreamed of, an enchanting winter sanctuary. The grand reveal and the looming cliffhanger. The grand reveal was cinematic. The den, a snow-kissed hobbit hole of woven wonder, glowed with a soft, internal luminescence. Scrappy gave the tour, highlighting the reinforced entrance arch, the clever ventilation shaft, the cozy reading nook stocked with bark-bound leaf books. He tested it, sipping fermented rosehip tea, his version of hot cocoa, absorbing the joy. He issued a call to action to his audience of flickering shadows. Now, go build your own. But then crack! A sound like snapping bone echoed. The primary willow rib, strained by the fresh, heavy snow now falling in earnest, had splintered. A fine dusting of snow sifted through the new crack in the roof. The den collapse was imminent. The urgency returned, redlined. The mystery was terrifying. Could it be saved? The benefit of success, a safe, cozy den escape, was now a desperate need. Scrappy's blue fur bristled against the rising wind. The ultimate snow fort faced its ultimate test. Would his scrappy ingenuity win this final battle? Tune in next time